What's up, Dragon Brood? By popular request, the hat is back. And today, if you look over here, we have a really sweet deck list because Naya is actually really fun, and there's actually some artifacts that fit right into making that game plan work, which means not only will we have some good early play, we might actually have some good late game, which is not something we can say about most Naya lists. But let's go hop in and see why we're playing all the cards that we're playing today. Right, as always, if you'd like to support the channel, hit that join button down below. Like Mark Laporte, thank you for being the latest member of the Brood. You can get a shout out just like him by becoming a member. Also, there's going to be a couple of videos rolling out for members, so check that out. And if you want to protect all your stuff, like always, check out the sponsor, ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn. They'll save you 5% at checkout, and they will support the channel. Okay, so a lot of this is going to be stuff you've seen before. It's just a matter of what combination we're playing everything in together. And this is kind of like a learning from a bunch of different stuff we made with various artifacts already here earlier in the season. So we're starting with 4 Reinforced Ronin because this is a thing we get to play every turn. And honestly, the most important part about this is that it doesn't get swept off the board. So if your opponent plays a Depopulate or a Farewell or whatever, this still gives you stuff to keep attacking with, which is very good. We have 4 Voltage Surge just because we need some extra removal. Can't just go... I mean, we've played stuff with just creatures, but you generally want some removal. Wormlet because, well, this card's really fun. It gains us life. The other thing, too, about this deck is it has a way to offset damage we will take from our lands, which is very good. And we'll talk about that when we get to the lands in a little bit. But yeah, Wormlet's going to be able to grow pretty easy with a lot of stuff in the deck. We are playing 3 Dragonspark Reactor. This can function as a finisher if we need it to, or even just get a problematic creature out of the way. So we do like this a lot. We have Galagreeters, and because of the way the deck's built, a lot of times with this, we're going to be choosing to make the treasure, because treasure will trigger the Dragonspark Reactor, it'll trigger the Wormlet, it'll also trigger our Yosin Dissident, which is one of the reasons we're playing white in the deck. So now you have multiple things that are going to be triggering when artifacts come into play. So now we've got the Dragonspark Reactor, the Wormlet, the Dissident, right? And if it's a creature, we're also getting to trigger the Galagreeters, which can then trigger the other things. So there's going to be a lot happening, a lot of triggers every time we play a spell. Speaking of which, this is another way we can get some treasure with Professional Facebreaker. We know we're looking at ways to be able to draw extra cards. Well, if we have the Facebreaker making treasure and we have Galagreeters making treasure, that actually helps out and gives us more options. Additionally, if we put counters on this, this can be its own problem because it does have Menace, which is very nice. But ultimately, it puts your opponent in a position they do need to start blocking everything, or you're just going to be building up more treasure, getting more triggers. And that also equals more life from like a Wormlet. But to that end, we do also have something like Jewel Thief. And another reason we like Jewel Thief is because it has Vigilance, which means we can attack and block with it against the other aggro matchups. But it also has Trample, which is important when we have things like Dissident that can just start piling on counters on something. The other thing we like about Jewel Thief is when it comes into play, we get 2 triggers. One for it being a creature if we have Galagreeters or whatever, and we get the other for having a treasure. So even though we don't necessarily look like we have a ton of artifacts, we have a lot of things that are also generating artifacts, which is very good. But speaking of which, we are getting to some of the actual artifacts here. We are playing 2 Simium Simulacrum. And one of the reasons I chose the... Well, really, there's 2. One, if we get it early, we can protect something from the weirdly drawn cut downs, which is nice. But additionally, this actually works out of the graveyard. And this is basically, again, after a sweeper, just 4 damage ready to go, right? And when we can get them low enough, or we can get a reactor or whatever, that's a big deal. So I wanted to squeeze a couple of these in the list. And it also alleviates our mana situations a little bit. If you need to cast something and not tap for a color, this can save you some pain. It's a few different things it really does for the deck. Then we have Steel Seraph because gaining life, giving one of your big creatures flying that you've stacked up a bunch of counters on, very good. If you have something like Jewel Thief that's already stacked up, you can give it lifelink, and then it has lifelink, Vigilance, Trample, which is all very good. So lots of cool things we could do here. And then we're rounding this all out with 1 Clay Champion. Now, I will say if you don't have the Clay Champions and you've already got Steel Seraph because they're good in a lot of decks, you can go ahead and play an extra Steel Seraph in this slot. I just wanted the Clay Champion as just like a thing we can top deck later, and if we've been sitting on treasure or whatever, it's just something we can do with all that mana. Then for our lands, we got Naiganjo, 2 Mountains, a Sekinzan, a Beseiju, 2 Forests, 4 Carplusion Forest, 2 Rockfall Vale, 2 Battlefield Forge, 2 Sundown Pass, 3 Brushland, 3 Overgrown Farmland, and 1 Jetmir's Garden. Now, I will say this. The reason we chose the lands in the ways we did is we wanted enough lands that came into play on tap because we want to play a lot of things on turn 1 and turn 2. That's just the way it's got to be, unfortunately. So it means we do have to play more pain lands. But I did kind of want lands that make multiple colors so we don't get stuck, right? So we do have a couple of tap lands and one Jetmir's Garden, mostly because the Garden's always going to come into play tapped, and there's going to be a lot of turns where that's just going to be detrimental to us. So I'm going to go ahead and just play one for now, and we'll see if we even want it by the end of the video. But that's it. We're going to play some games. Strap yourselves in, because I have no doubt that these games are going to be fun, interesting, over the top. Some probably very fast because of the way the deck's built. And at the end of the video, we'll talk about updates and I'll have a card spotlight for you. So we see you on the other side. No green mana, huh? All right, guess we can't keep that. This one we can get away with. Matter of fact, I'm probably... We'll keep it, and I guess we get rid of Iganjo. See if we can get any value off of this Wormlet. We will for a second. Won't get a lot. Alright. We need to get something other than land, though. Like, because we know they're playing a bunch of exile effects, so you kind of have to have things to keep pace, or else we're just not going to get anywhere here. Interesting. Another generous visit. Alright, well, that means next turn's going to be gross. That's super unfortunate. I mean, I guess we go for it with just this. I mean, because what I'm bothered with here is if we attack and they block, we don't really have... I mean, I guess we're not going to have anything anyway. So sure. And I guess the trade-off is we could eliminate all their things as they eliminate all of our things, and then I'm just top decking. But I don't love either option, to be honest. Like, our hand has been pretty weak so far. Okay, they're not blocking. Guess we just end the turn. I mean, obviously they're going to exile this and then put a bunch of counters. I mean, if they don't, it would be silly. Okay, Kami of Transience. And that was the only play. And they're attacking for 3. Okay, this did not go at all how I thought this was going to go. Okay. I mean, if this is what we got to do. My opponent's at 5. I mean, we can't quite kill them with just the Dragonspark Reactor, but getting close. Oh, they're checking it out now. That might be the thing that gets exiled. Though they might have 2 exile effects. And they were trying to play that, just load up extra damage with the Trampler. Alright, Confinement makes sense. Spreading the love around. Nope, they went a 3, 2, and a 1. Okay. That kind of sort of helps us. In the sense that it allows us to double charge the... Let's get treasure. No attacks. But I guess now we could cycle this and try to find something. But now they're going to get rid of the Dragonspark Reactor, right? I mean, they kind of have to. They have something that gets rid of an artifact or exiles things. They kind of got to do it, right? Nothing else makes sense here. Okay, they're going to go digging for something, I guess. Or a land. I wonder if their hand is just like Hallowed Hauntings and stuff. If that's their only play, then I think we're good. Because then we just play the Ronin and we shoot them for 5. How did this game go like this? We literally did not. We only drew 4 spells. Oh, it's not true. I guess 5 technically. But we only really got 2 creatures, which is absurd, but yeah. Just put a counter and shoot the opponent for 5. Damage an opponent. Charge on top. What am I submitting? It deals damage to a number of charge counters on it to target, and that much to one target. Oh, to a target creature also. I was just like, wait a minute. I thought it was asking me to sacrifice something. I was like, why? Oh, okay, sure. Why not? We will see if this results in anything. You know, looking at my hand... Well, I'd have just given up 2 damage. I guess it wouldn't have mattered much. But I was thinking if there's a chance I wanted to kill something, it would have made more sense to do this first, but... Nah, it's whatever. Alright, here's a thing you can kill. I'd rather it be this than other things in my hand. Awesome. I don't have a problem with that. Alright. Get us a treasure. Pass the turn. Let this get killed. Nope, guess not. Okay. They draw a card. That we can kill. And we have trample, so we can kind of just walk past it. That's cool too. Let's go with this. And then we're going to attack. See how the opponent feels about that. Oh, do you have a cut down? That's cold-blooded if they do. No, I see what you wanted to do. That's cute. No, no, no. Not on our watch. That will not be returning as a big body, friend. I appreciate the creativity, though. Though that's the reason I tend to not like those type of combos, though. Is if your opponent has a removal spell to respond to, you just get 2 for 1. It's so easy. There's a lot of what-ifs there, but it's not great. Ooh, Sekinzen, huh? We do this, we get to put a counter on 2 things. Because we can do double green, double white. I'm trying to think what type of sweeper they would have here. I don't know. I'm willing to say if you got it, you got it. Let's go for double green, double white, white, white. Because, well, actually, 3+1+1 for each. We actually need to make this a 5 in case for some reason they're playing, I don't know, maybe they have another red mana, they're going to, like, burn down the house. That looks right. We also get a treasure back here as well from the professional facebreaker. Put counter, counter. Then we'll attack. And we will end the turn. And what I like about this is if worst case scenario, we can like thief plus use the Sekinzen and make the tokens or whatever if we have to. Yeah, I said I knew that was a possibility. That's why I didn't want to get too crazy there. But because they had that, we don't get to use this so easily. but I'm going to go ahead and rock with this. And see if we can possibly surprise the opponent with Naya Tokens later. Unfortunately, it was Farewell and not some other sweeper, so we did lose our treasure, which we were not excited about. We do have lethal now, though. So the patience did pay off. That's 5, and then this is going to make 7. All right. All right, we're keeping this. I mean, the only benefit we get here is the opponent mulligan. Actually, hold on. But that's still going to come into play tapped next turn. Yeah, all right. If this had been one of our non-tapped green sources, I think I would have went for it there, but it was not really worth it. Interesting. Did not expect that to happen. So now what are we looking at? Get a treasure? I don't even know if we attack here. Like, there's a chance they flash something in if they're not going to counter. So just no attacks. Oh, that's all they have? Okay. So this is just a for real Azorius Control deck. This is going to be a long, boring fight, y'all. And now we got Wandering Emperor on the brain, so that's going to be a thing we got to deal with. Okay, let's go with this. That's a +1. Just getting what damage we can in here. Okay, Fateful Absence. Maybe they're doing that, though, because they do have a sweeper or something. So we do have to keep that top of mind. Alright, in the turn. Do we want to draw here? And that would leave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, alright, let's do it. Might as well try to keep pace on cards where we can. No, we drew a land anyway. So that's kind of nice. What do we wish to do? I'm going to assume there's a Wandering Emperor in our future. Nope, not a Wandering Emperor. Interesting. Okay. We're not mad about that at all. Pass the turn. I mean, they might be ready to hit us with a Farewell, because that's real. Yep. Alright. Well, we're going to lose all our stuff anyway. Can we find another? Not that. Let's cancel. Let's just play this. I was hoping to get another Samurai there, but no luck. Nope. No, just a deluge. Alright, cool. We're dead. Alright, let's do it. And we can't do much with this hand. We need to draw something off the top. If we get an untapped white source, though, then the hand kind of takes off. But that's asking for a very particular thing here. Alright, let's see what's up. Come on, deck. Ooh. You know, you could have at least given us, I don't know, like a Galagreeters or something there. That would have been cool. Alright, well, that's a thing that happened. Oh, I just messed up. Well, I guess I could play this with the treasure next turn, but if I'd have done it right, I may not have gotten caught up having to do that. Because I could have played this, which would have no effect on me casting that, and then if I drew another white land, I could do that and save the treasure. Yep, you got it. You got a big old body. Also, now I won't be able to play both of those, which is a concern. Well, if we're gonna do this, let's go... Alright, let's do it this way. And let's see, view the battlefield. We need to make a treasure here, so we can have another 3/3. And we'll attack. And then we'll get at least one more treasure. And we'll figure out what next turn looks like. Alright, they are going to trade there. And the turn, which we don't hate. I mean, it keeps them from getting other 1/1 blockers. It keeps them from pumping their team, so I'm good with that. Another veteran? Because that's going to suck. It is another veteran. Alright, well, not much we can do about that. Take 5. We do have the ability to still gain some life here, so we're not going to sweat it too much just yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can just do that. Give something flying. Alright, let's see what kind of removal they got. We're going to go... Life Gain? I'm going to give this flying. And attack with that. So if they want to trade one of those, we are okay doing that. Okay. Seems like a good exchange for us. End the turn. Don't want to play this yet, because if the opponent doesn't have to know we have it, and there's some other things we could do, we would like to take advantage of it. My rail's annoying, but yeah, is what it is. Do we care to even... I mean, nah. We'll just try to fight this fight. That's cool. We go treasure. Get to put a +1. We can only make that a 4 by playing another thing. Alright. Let's do it. I'm also going to sack one of these treasures. See if we find something playable. That didn't particularly help us, but it also didn't cost us anything, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Oh, now we're talking. Now we can do some things. Hold up. How now, brown cow? Wow. Okay. And this is still into turn, right? So let's put the counter on Wow. So many choices. I think this. And then we can just kill Myrel. Or we can attack with both. If they block, we kill Myrel. If not, we just kill this. But also, if we put the opponent low enough, we just don't care, right? Submit 0. Let's just kill that guy. And then I'm going to give this lifelink. I'm tempted to give it vigilance here. We're 11, so. And counter here. All right. I mean, if we can find another artifact, we can kill the opponent with the Dragonspark Reactor. We've got multiple flyers that can come over. Okay, you can block 2 flyers. That's legit. Myrel's going to make a pile of bodies. So we literally just have to find an artifact to end the game. And we get 3 shots at it because we have the Facebreaker. Yeah, I'm not blocking. It doesn't matter. Or if we find something to remove one of their flyers. Like, we have so many answers here. You were not it, though. Come on, deck. Don't fail us. We get one more shot at this. Come on now. That's not... Oh, actually, that is it. Right? Because we go 1, 2, 3, and then we still have 4. Okay. That'll work. We can work with that. It was a long way to get there. Oh, I guess we could have done it anyway. I forgot. Because we would have had this to make one there. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Make a treasure. Make a treasure. Otherwise, we don't make any more treasure. We just gain life here. Not that it matters. Like I said, this is going through the motions now. We're just going to blow this up. Sure, we can kill this, I guess. Weird way to get there, but I will take it against another creature deck. This is a mulligan for sure. I think we have to reluctantly keep this one. Let's go untap green land. Nope. All right. Sure. All right. No clue what their plan is here. Thirst. Whoa. Okay, did not think that was going to be a thing. I thought they might be leaving mana open for a counter or play another body here, but a thirst is actually real good for us. They said, oops, I wonder if they did not draw land or something they're looking for. Yeah. You get to take a pile of damage here. And we just gain back what we lost. Our opponent's already at 6. We're not going to really do much else here. I mean, they're almost getting in range of... Well, they are. Like, one creature gets through plus blowing up the reactor. That's going to be about it. Interesting. Yeah, that's not really going to do it. Alright, we'll keep. Hopefully, this doesn't go real bad for us. Alright, opponent. Looks like they gave us a little room to work. Attack. Please don't sweep our board. Oh, Pilfer, you get my Simulacrum. Though Simulacrum being in the yard isn't the worst thing for us, to be honest. Hey-oh, that's not bad. We'll take that. At least now if our board gets swept, we're not completely out of luck. We'll take a treasure here. Make it easier to have our shenanigans with our Simulacrum next turn. We're still barely hanging on here. Sweeper's bad. All of our stuff still dies to cut downs. A lot of problems still available here. Okay, downfall? Not so bad. Not so bad. We can live with that. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we have this. Yeah, all right. Hopefully that's not a fading hope over there. Put counters there. Oh, and we get to bounce this too. So yeah, we have a bunch of ways to get 1 point in. And we got the mana to do both. Yeah, we just ran through that time. Nice. Oh man, mulligan. Okay, we'll keep it. Man, I hope I don't regret this. All right. I mean, obviously we need to draw a land pretty badly here, but I felt like we just had to go for it. Oh no. All right. I mean, the only positive right now is we can get some life back from the damage we've had to take so far. Maybe they'll play another tap land. Ah, no such luck. Oh, man. Alright, I'd rather this get countered, sadly. The way things are... Oh, they don't even have it. Okay. I thought we were setting up that to go away. So what hand do you keep where you don't do anything on the first 2 turns? You're playing a tap land here. You can kill something, obviously, or bounce something, but you don't have a counter. It's very intriguing. I don't know totally what to make of it. Man, if I play this, we get to attack for 3, 6, 7, 8. I'm assuming they have a kill spell. Alright. I guess they don't. Like, the other options are if we just get them low enough, sweeper or not, then we just get to blow up the reactor. Alright, depopulate works. Now do we find an untapped land? Nope, but these are just fine. We will gladly take these. Those wormlets did their job letting us gain life this whole time. Making this possible. Alright, now they're at 4. Now we just have to find a land to blow up the reactor. Though, to be fair, those decks do have multiple ways to gain life. I don't know if they have one for 2 mana, though. So we're going to find out. Nope, looks like they don't. Alright, let's keep it. No clue how this is going to end up, but this is a solid starting point. Alright. I think here I just kind of have to decide if it's worth it to play the Gallagreeters or just follow... I think I am just going to play Greeters. And if they counter it, they counter it. Okay, they didn't. So that's curious. Hopefully they're not sweeping our dudes here. I mean, they might, though. Yeah, I was going to say, that makes sense. I don't fault them for doing so. Actually, you know what? Let's go with this. Mostly because we can do two things next turn. I don't know if they're beneficial to do together, but they're an option. Alright, Fable it is. We may or may not want to hold on to that. Let's go ahead and attack. I'm half tempted just to play this straight up, but just play it as a 5/5. Don't know how beneficial that really is, though, so let's just go with this. Alright. Our hand's starting to look a little light. A little light. I mean, they attack, we block. I mean, they do whatever they're going to do. I mean, if the board dies, the board dies. Yep. Hopefully there's not a counter here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, well, the most we could do is double green here anyway, right? We could double green, double white. Yeah. Why not? Well, double white doesn't do anything. For each spent to collect and put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. Just say up to 2 other creatures. So we might as well just play the X is 0. We're just gonna pay with this green, this. Call it good. I mean, because it says other creatures, we're not really getting any value there. And we may end up just having to use the reactor to, well, never mind. There's going to be a better target.
You know, I've always got time to fight.
Target player and that much to a creature. That's unfortunate. All right, let's see if we can get away with this. We're going to go player, creature. Is opponent responding with anything? Try to kill Teferi. They may not let us. No, Teferi died.
No setbacks next.
That's interesting. Okay. I mean, sure. I mean, if you have a make disappear, it's one of the few spots, but maybe it's just farewell here. Nope. No? Maybe? Oh, okay. That's fine. That's reasonable. That wasn't going to be able to kill the champion anyway here. Though it could still get hit by a Wandering Emperor. Silver Scrutiny. Going to draw max cards. Okay. Well, we get one real shot with the champion here then. Okay, that's not a bad thing. We'll take it and get some value. End the turn. Sweeper of some variety. Maybe. Ooh, Urza. Okay. Well, that's a bit scary. Because now they can just get rid of our 5/5 if they have the artifact, right? Well, I guess they don't. If I were them, I definitely would have played it there if they had it. Yeah. Alright. So that's a thing. Man, one of our removal spells there would have been very good. I think we're going to go ahead and draw. See if we can find one. Or maybe even something to pump the breaker might be fine. Ooh, you're almost good enough. Almost good enough. Not quite. How do we get out of this? We attack with the 5/5. They block. I mean, if we attack with the Facebreaker, they're just going to put Urza in the way. But they would have to double block and then take 4. I think we take that risk. Let's see what they do. And if it dies, it dies. We'll accept that. All right. All right, they went to 4. We do still get the treasure, because that triggers. So that sets off the reactor. We can get the reactor to 3. Maybe. Okay. All right, so if we can get some artifact that costs 2 or less, actually, it could be up to 3 next turn. And we can still go off with the reactor. Assuming they don't have a Wandering Emperor, because Wandering Emperor would remove the champion, and it would be a gain of 2 life, and that would suck. They would have to find more damage. Or anything that gains life, for that matter. But if we do find the artifact... Oh, no! Oh, GG's. Yeah. We're dead now. They found another one. One of the only ways out they had. They had all the cards there anyway, though. Yeah, we didn't have anything. We'll keep playing, but we're pretty much dead here. Damn. Opponent drew very well this game. Can't even be mad about it. Yeah, then they get to plus a thing. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have anything here. Maybe if we get a Steel Seraph. Oh, no, now they got cards. Yeah, we're dead. All right, let's move on. We're not getting out of that. Ooh. This is interesting. All right, we'll keep it. The reason this was tough is because it's kind of like a weird situation where we can't really do what we want to do here. I guess it doesn't really matter. We can do this and protect our color identity for a second. Though it looks like this is just get met by a cut down anyway. Yep. No surprise. Okay. What are we looking to do here? Guess we do this, even if they play... I'm thinking like... I assume they're going to play a Liliana. But then we play Facebreaker, let this attack Liliana, and then we just see what happens after that, I think. Nope, they just had to go for the throat. Okay, fair enough. We'll just keep trucking along then. Alright. Here comes Shieldred? Nope, I thought the boss lady would be showing up there. Okay. You can discard the Ronin. I mean, it's legit. Opponent says, oops. Let's see if we can find something and punish him for that. I wouldn't call that punishing, but it's not bad, all things considered. I might even just crack this. See what else we could find to play here. That works nicely. All right. Had to discard it. As much as I'd like to keep in my hand and get another counter on the Wormlet, I mean, there is the reality of them playing discard spells here. Didn't want to get caught in the wash. And now they know we have Iganjo, so meh. We can only do so much. Let's find another Samurai. You're not bad, though. You qualify as a reasonable card here. I need 3 for that? Yeah, that works. And we'll get another life. And then we'll end up just discarding our hand to this, but not much we're going to do about it. I mean, they empty our hand, though, if that's their goal. Nope, they're not going to do anything, I guess, because they know we have it. You know what, though? I'm thinking I'm going to just end the turn. We might actually end up using this. Or discarding this to shoot them and shoot the Trespasser. Depending on what goes down here. Gix. Sure. That guy. Alright. Sure. Okay, we'll blow this up. Actually, cancel that. We don't even need to do that yet. Because we can shoot. Opponent goes to 6. Let's go ahead and draw. That seems good. Shoot you and that. How cute, opponent. You think I'm actually going to attack with that? Nothing on the ground was coming over here. That was never in the equation, friend. Yeah, doesn't really matter if they try to draw cards. They'll just die from here, so sure. Give it flying. We're gonna attack. And then we have extra treasure. And the turn. So they have to get at least 2 kill spells. One has to be able to kill Steel Seraph. But they also know we're sitting on Iganjo. And the Facebreaker has Menace. Though they can attack and gain a life. If they want to take that risk. Yeah, sure, we don't care. No blocks. You can draw a card here. Because even if they decide to cast, like, Invoke Despair, we don't care. Has no value. Yep. Don't care. There you go. Alright, that was a whole lot of fun. So, oh, actually, some of y'all wanted to know, this is actually just a long thing with weird hand mittens. But yeah, so this deck was actually a lot of fun. And I don't think I really want to change too much. It actually all did well. All the cards came into play at various points and mattered. So I don't think I really want to change much. I think all the cards did what they wanted to. I think what I like about it, though, is that if there's cards you're missing that you don't have for the list, there's a lot of reasonable stuff you can put in that either just makes treasure or makes an artifact, or if you want to add one more of the artifact creatures that are already in there. Like, there's a few ways you can just make adjustments and still have a pretty competitive deck, even if you don't have the perfect build to match. So that I really like. Also, if you are a member, I do have a video that accompanies this one that I'll probably be making available like midday the next day, just because we had to report some dumb usernames, and I don't include those in my videos, but I thought I already have the footage, so I'm going to make it available to level 2 and higher members that'll be there, so keep an eye out for that. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Palladium Moors, just as an example of how bad creature value was back in the day. Now, these were supposed to be premier creatures. These are the Elder Dragon legends, and some of the biggest creatures we'd seen at the time. Well, I mean, I guess there was still like a few other things, but these were some of the better, bigger ones. The thing is, it does have flying and trample, so it's not like it's nothing, but it does cost 8 mana, 6 of which is colored, because you have to have 2 colorless, 2 green, 2 red, 2 white, and you have to pay an upkeep of a green, red, white every turn. Like, okay, that wouldn't fly in today's Magic, but back in the day, this is how cards were built, and it was fine. Though the downside is, we were still in a world where people played stuff like Armageddon and tons of other land kill spells, so you didn't get to play with these all that much, even for them being such cool cards, which is such a disappointment. But if you still have one from back then, boy, they're pretty pricey today. Now, if you're a fan of 3-color decks and you want to try something a little bit different, I do have a really cool Jund deck that's loaded with legends, and even a couple you don't normally get to play with that made it a lot of fun. You should check that out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.